Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Aaronica from Aaronica Be Cool & Co. And on this here channel, we center plus sizes, plus size bodies, plus size sewing patterns, plus size styles, plus size everything. And the reason why is because I feel like we need a safe space as well. I'm a passionate sewist, designer, and of course, advocate. And of course, like I said, here we dive into everything that is sewing, from plus size pattern recommendations to fabrics to styling tips. And I am a projector sewist, so a lot of times I share tips and tricks as it pertains to utilizing a projector. I do not get into that too deeply because I actually have a course or courses that are dedicated to that. But my goal is to make sewing super fun as well as accessible for everyone from beginners on up to advanced sewists. And with that, let's go ahead and get started into today's content, because today we are going to be talking about the 2024-2025 fall as well as winter styles and trends and things of those nature. Now, before you guys say, hey, Aaronica, it's already fall, you're a tad bit late. I know, I'm aware, but stay tuned anyway. Okay, so like I said, we are going to be jumping into the fall as well as winter because we were a little tardy for the party, trends for 2024, 2025. Now, I do understand that many of us do not subscribe to trends or being trendy and stuff like that, because a lot of us are just creating dope pieces that align with our wardrobe as well as our own styles and tastes, which I absolutely love. So I'm going to be touching on a couple of things today that you may find interesting, you may not find interesting, you may want to include in your current wardrobe, or you might be like, hey girl, that is just not for me. Either way, I'm excited about these shares. Now, first up is the barrel leg jean. Now, this is something that we have already been seeing, and while it's like started in 2024 and we've seen the rise of it, it's estimated that 2025 is going to be bringing us what we need as far as seeing it styled more, seeing more versatility with the fabrics being used, seeing it in higher frequencies as well. So it's the end of 2024 now. So if you haven't gotten on this trend and you have seen people wearing them, go ahead. It's still going to be in line with the trends for next season or next year. Some patterns I have shared that I wanted to make the paper cut patterns Sarah Dreams, which is a nice barrel style, and it's not like overwhelmingly big, because one of the things that I shared when I talked about New Pattern November was that I do love the shape, but being plus size, I tend to worry that it's going to make me look bigger than I am, and that's not really the look that I'm going for. Now, I did make those jeans. They will be shared with my recap of the week on Friday, but you guys, this is such a fantastic pattern if you were into the barrel cut jeans. Now, another option that is out there, of course, is the code trousers from Daughter Judy Patterns. Fantastic option. And then, of course, there is the Forest. Actually, let me look up this exact name because I forget her name. Okay, so it's the Forest and Threads Just My Luck jeans. Now, the difference between the Sarah as well as the Forest and Thread Just My Luck jeans is that the Just My Luck jeans actually has like a dart in the leg that gives it that barrel cut, whereas the Sarah jeans, that's just kind of how the cut of the pant is, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. But I will definitely make sure that I put the pictures up here so that you're able to kind of see that, even the line drawings, because I feel like the line drawings really highlight that difference in the patterns themselves. Next up, we're seeing a lot of earth tones, which is to be expected because when fall comes, we are going to mustard, olive green, navy blue, rust you to death. But we're also seeing the rise of a beautiful burgundy. Now, fun fact, I steered clear of burgundy for a really long time. Why? Because when I was in grammar school, the Catholic school that I went to, our colors were like maroon and burgundy, and I was like, bleh, I hate it all. But now I cannot wait to get my hands on some more burgundy. And honestly, I feel like burgundy is one of those colors that looks really good on everyone. My husband wears burgundy a lot, and I actually bought him some leather Nike blazers that are burgundy. And every time he wears a burgundy outfit, I'm ready to sop him up like a biscuit. So I feel like everyone should wear it. Anyway, but then we're also seeing, of course, the oversized silhouette, which we see with the barrel style jean, right? Because that's an oversized silhouette, oversized style jean cut there. Now, of course, we're in addition to our traditional overcut or oversized jeans, we're seeing the oversized sweaters and the relaxed jackets, of course, because you've got to be able to fit the oversized sweater up underneath it. So when it comes time to choosing some good fabrics for like that oversized, like an earthy tone look, we're looking at like the wools, a good linen blend. And yes, I say linen blend if before anyone comes to me and is like, but it's not summer, it's not spring. Listen, climate change is a thing, right? It is currently November 7th and it's 70 degrees outside in Atlanta. So that linen blend, yeah, we need that breathability there. Okay. Also, we're seeing those chunky knits. If you are a knitter, I'm jealous. I'm getting back onto it. But like we're seeing those the cable knit fabrics that are out there, which are beautiful. And if you're like, okay, so what are some really good oversized silhouettes that I can take a look at? We're looking at Cashmerette's Shilton trench coat for outerwear. I'm going to touch on some outerwear later, as well as Friday Patterns Heather blazer for a really beautiful oversized blazer look. And then if you're looking for just kind of like a wide leg pant, we've got the Protea pants, which we know I love, as well as the BF patterns, and that's Blackbird Fabrics patterns. They also have a really beautiful wide leg trouser. And then there's also this Sew House 7 free range slacks, which is, it's giving a beautiful like elastic waistband so you don't have to worry about like trying to put in your zipper fly if that's just not your jam. Also, I love the Joplin from Petite Stitchery, as well as the True Bias pants. The oh my goodness, I just forgot what the damn pant name is. Hold please, hold please. That True Bias Lander pant, where it is fitted in the waist and like the booty area, but then it goes out into a nice wide leg jean. Fantastic. And I love how that has a button fly as well. Now they do actually have the zipper fly that you can buy separately, but it with the button fly, fantastically done. And then of course there is the Forest and Thread that I just talked about, the Just My Luck, as well as the Sarah jeans that I also mentioned earlier. So those are also really fantastic options for this oversized bottom look. If you're looking for some really great oversized sweaters, the Petite Stitchery not Petite Stitchery, but the Patterns for Pirates oversized sweater, really great option. I love that because it does have a couple of different finishes that you can go with. You can go with a hoodie, a crew neck. You can go with like the split hem. You can do a curved hem. So there's some really great options there. And then of course, there's also the Made for Mermaids Primrose sweatshirt that I designed last year. And that one is an oversized, and then it has invisible pockets that you can also do as a crew neck as well as an a hoodie as well. So those are some really great options that we have as far as tops go. Now, if you're looking for kind of like an oversized shirt, like t-shirt style, I have been loving the Jessie from True Bias. It is a freebie pattern, and I have made, I think, 3 of them at this point in time. They are fantastic options to have. Now, we are seeing, of course, the oversized look, but we're also seeing a little tailored elegance, which I do love as well. So we're seeing the tailored look come out in like the cigarette pants, some blazers, and of course a tailored look. And that balances that structure with that oversized nature as well. So now if you're going for a more tailored or a more structured look, then you can choose like a nice wool crepe or a ponte knit, or even like a suiting material to give you that polished feel. Now, as far as a tailored like trouser, the Closet Core Sasha trousers are really beautiful, beautifully done. If you are looking for something that is giving a little bit of fun along with that tailored look, I do love the Sew House 7 Burnside bibs because they have a beautiful fit. Yes, it has a wide leg, but it is a very tailored look for this upper area. And then of course, if you're looking for like a nicely tailored like outerwear, then we've got the Cambria Duster. So beautifully done. And then of course, this is my favorite trend because of how I identify as a person who gets dressed. Now, if you're like, what do you mean? because you always look good. Okay, so thank you if that is what you thought. But also, I dress to feel like I'm wearing pajamas, but to look put together. So the next trend is going to be the cozy layers and swaddle season. Please swaddle me. I love this, right? So this trend is focusing on warmth and texture. Now, do I need it at 70 degrees outside right now? I don't. But hopefully it's going to get cold. Okay. And so we're talking about layering these looks with scarves and wraps and just like these nice, like cozied up, but in a very non sloppy type of way. Right. So we're talking about the bouclés. We're talking about the mohairs. We're talking about the high quality fleece, not like that basic stuff that we can see at Hoann's. Anyway, and those heavy knits, right? The heavier knits and like the mohairs and things like that, they are adding visual interest and comfort. And someone might have quite a few yards of mohair from when I bought it many years ago. So when we talk about that, as far as patterns go, let's take a look at the Helen's Closet Pona jacket, which is super cute. You can make that in a beautiful ponte or something along those lines. And then, of course, there is the Muna and Broad's Nullaberg cami. This is really great because you can wear it underneath. It's a really beautiful layering style that you can add to it. Okay. And when we talk about layers and things like that, you want to make sure that the pieces that you're layering with, they are going to give you some breathability, right? Because no one wants to feel like they are sweating all the time. All right, friends. Now, we're also looking at some bold accessories as well as statement outerwear. Now, before I talk about the statement outerwear, again, we don't need it just yet, but soon come. We will need it soon. That's the prayer. That's the hope. That's what we need. But we're looking at, as far as like bold accessories, we're talking about like big and like chunky belts, chunky scarves, and these statement solid color, like color blocked coats. Okay. When we talk about the fabrics that we're looking for in this, we're looking about these faux furs. Yeah, I said faux furs. Most faux furs are actually kind of made from plastic. So choose high quality plastic. Vibrant wool blends, like we're looking at like the greens. Y'all know I'm addicted to green at this juncture, like a nice orchid, orange, okay? Or even some heavyweight denim for these statement pieces because we know that denim is currently having a moment. I feel like it always has a moment, but I love denim. As far as pattern suggestions for some really great coats, we've got the Muna and Broad Granger coat. Love that jacket. We've got the Closet Core Sienna Maker jacket, and that's like an oversized chic jacket. And then, of course, if we're looking at a good turtleneck, because that's really beautiful for layering underneath these jackets, right? I love the Hepburn from Patterns for Pirates. You can make it into a turtleneck or you can make it into a dress, giving us a beautiful layered look. Okay. So now let's really talk about how to make all of this work. Okay, so let's get into where it is that you can source some of these fabrics from. Okay. We'll start with the most obvious. Of course, Mood. One of the favorite things that I do like about Mood is because it's so easy to look for what it is that you want. Now, of course, Mood is US based, but they do deliver other places, right? So if you are one of my friends who are watching from overseas, thank y'all. Appreciate you. So, of course, we've got Mood fabrics. They have basically everything that you could need. But if you're like, hey girl, I'm trying to support smaller businesses, let's get into the smaller businesses. Now, based in, excuse me, based in, of course, Canada, we've got Blackbird Fabrics. Blackbird Fabrics, I mentioned one of their patterns. In fact, I mentioned the tailored trousers as being a wide leg trouser. Now, they are based in Canada, and of course, they've got the fabrics that support what it is that they are using. So as far as fabrics go, I do love that they have some really great fleeces. We talked about how fleece is big, but not just anybody's fleece, okay? They've got some really fun fuzzy fleeces that are going to give you like that teddy bear look. I've got a jacket that I got from Fabletics that is made from a very similar like teddy fabric that they offer. They have a teddy fleece, which will be perfect for some of those really comfortable oversized sweatshirts. And if you're into an oversized like jogger look, they will be perfect for those as well. Um, they also, of course, have the wools. They've got some fantastic dead stocks. In fact, I'm currently waiting for them to restock my favorite dead stock. But also, I just love Blackbird Fabrics anyway. Blackbird Fabrics, if you need somebody to sew for you, just call me. Okay. Love, love, love their patterns as well as their fabrics. As far as based in the US, again, we actually have Balkello. They actually used to go by Fabrics, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sad that they changed that because I thought it was such a great double entendre. Fantastically done in my opinion, but they have gone ahead and changed up their name, and it's ballkellofabrics.com. They do also really have some really great dead stock. One of the things that I do love about them is that they also have some secondhand fabric, so keeping it sustainable while giving the people what we need, right? They've got some fantastic denims, stripes, some silks, as well, of course, as all of the plaids that you could need in life, okay? Fantastic plaid selection. I still have some of the plaids that I bought from this summer that I'm still deciding what I want to make out of. Then we've got Boho Fabrics. Now, I'm not going to lie, Boho Fabrics has my heart. I love their owner, Emily Pritz. She's such a fantastic person. But I also really love their fabric selection. One of the trends that we're seeing, which I don't feel like is a trend, which is the reason why I did not mention it, is the resurgence of animal prints, because when were they out? They were not. But they have this really great twill. I made the Janet jeans from Patterns for Pirates out of it, but I also made this really cute mini shopper out of it. And I got that from Boho Fabrics, and that's their Francine Leopard, the cotton woven twill fabric. But they also have some really fantastic woven fabrics if that is your jam. If you are like, hey, I really like stretch knit fabrics, they've got a really great selection of those. One of my favorite things that Boho Fabrics does is they put together these bundles. I love mystery fabrics because I feel like they challenge me to go outside of my comfort zone as far as what I currently own. So that sort of thing is really great. One of the other things that Boho Fabrics does is they do really great sales on their fabrics. So like right now they're doing like a buy one, get one free on their last cuts, and you can find really great options over there. Now, let's talk about Surge Fabrics as well. Now, Surge Fabrics is really well known for their athletic knits, but they actually just stocked a corduroy, a stretch corduroy. Corduroy is a fantastic fabric, of course, we know for pants, but also really great for jackets and shackets, right? So if you're looking to make some shackets this season, really great option from Surge Fabrics. Now, if you are like based in kind of like the UK area, I did actually put together a fabric suggestion on minervafabrics.com. I did put together like a bunch of fabrics that I feel like are in line with the fall winter timeframe. And I do recognize that, of course, just because it's fall winter here does not mean it's fall winter everywhere else. But if you are here, they do have some really great options as far as fabrics that we need from there. And then also, We Are the Fabric Store, which is an Aussie-based fabric company. They also have this really great like cozy cashmere like sweatshirt knit. It's really great. I'm not someone who minds paying overseas prices because I really like the aesthetic of the fabrics that are found in Australia as well as in like the UK stores. So I don't necessarily mind it. Speaking of UK stores, we also, of course, have the Fabric Godmother. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like I talk about the Fabric Godmother in any time that I talk about fabrics because I just love their fabric. Like, I love the aesthetic that is over there, and I just feel like they have everything that you could possibly need and want in fabrics. But yeah, they also just came out with some patterns. I'm not exactly sure how size inclusive the patterns are, but I do know that, it's available. Let's take a look at the patterns actually, because not that I need any patterns, but I'm just saying like we'll just see. But yeah, so just keeping that in mind as well. In case you didn't know, I got a new puppy and I feel like he might be in here. I think he was eating. Okay, no, he's not. So sorry for that interruption. So of course we've got the Fabric Godmother. Fabric Godmother stocks. I don't even know how. I mean, like they've got the couture dead stock. They've got everything from that to like anything that you would want. I currently have pulled up their animal print because like I'm old. Okay, animal print is always going to be in for me, right? But they've got fantastic options as far as even that goes on the website. I'm gonna pull up their couture dead stock because listen, okay, it's got some cute stuff. She has 6 options here. And I like how there's not too many options because what that means is that they did not overbuy, which is very important, right? Now, in their regular dead stocks, they do have more options available. So definitely make sure that you're checking out the Fabric Godmother. Um, unless someone comments and it's like she's involved with some kind of scandal, then don't check her out. I hope not. Okay. I hope not. But yeah. Now I'm not going to do a deep dive into patterns right now. Why? Because I've got the indie patterns that you need for your fall and winter wardrobes of 2024, 2025 coming up. And I want you all to watch that. So that'll be dropping next week. But yeah. So what styles are you excited about? Like what trends are you looking at that you are like, I've got to partake in? Or what things don't feel like they're trendy, but feel like they are really classic and you need to be a part of anyway? Drop a comment so that I can see and participate in your conversation. And with that, that is the conclusion of this here video, giving us the fall winter trends of 2024, 2025. Again, coming up, we've got the patterns, the indie pattern drops that you need, and possibly not need because we don't want to have overconsumption. That is a thing. But yeah, these might be filling in some blanks in your wardrobe that you might need. So I will be dropping that information next. And with that, I hope that you have subscribed, liked, commented, share this with someone who you feel like needs it. And with that, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Happy sewing.